Hey everybody, welcome to Mentor Me Monday. I'm your host Paul Turner as usual. And so Mentor Me Monday, if you're not familiar with the show, is where I come and share some insights on various things concerning ministry and youth ministry in specific, ministry in general. So if you're looking for help in those areas, you've come to the right place. And today I want to share with you my top 10 tips for lock-in success. Now, I'm look at me. I look like I've been through a few lock-ins, don't I? I mean, seriously, right here. Eyes, bags. I've had a few of them over the past 20 years. But let me tell you something. I haven't done a lock-in in a long time, and there's some reasons for that. Number one, I won't do it because I have to have it well staffed, okay? And I've never been able to get everybody to commit to doing it. Now, this year, I have committed myself to it, and so in the planning and the preparation of this, I am staying with my tried and true setup, my tried and true tips for making this lock-in work and be to the advantage of where the kids are going to get something out of it. We're going to produce something as a youth ministry, and the outcome is going to be phenomenal. Okay, it's going to be a great event, and we're going to try to minimize our mistakes and things like that, and already get ahead of things before it ever, And by the way, if you've had any lock-in horror stories, I'd love to hear those. I got too many to talk about, whether it's call from parents or something went horribly wrong or whatever it is. But leave me a comment down below, and that lets me know that we're in this thing together. But let me give you the top 10 tips that I have that may help you, okay? The first one I have is this. I start all my lock-ins at midnight, okay? Now, I know some people say, well, 7 o'clock, that's the way parents will get their kids out. Well, they may get their kids out, but here's the deal. That means you have, if you do it right, if you say, we start at 7 o'clock, so that's 5 hours to midnight, 6 hours, that's, let's see, 5 and 6, 11, and then maybe parents come pick up 7 or 8. So you're about 12, you're talking about 12 or 13, you're doing a full half a day, almost, pretty much, of being with students. Now, I love my students, but I'm not going to spend 13 hours with them unless I'm on a missions trip or unless I'm driving somewhere with them on a long trip or something like that, but not in a confined area for 13 hours. That's just not going to happen. And so, because obviously if you're a little older in age than I am, you know that you have a limited amount of energy that can make this thing happen. And so I'm trying to make sure that my energy level is going to stay high and that I'm going to spend 6 hours of productive time with them to get some things done. So tip number one, start late. Whether it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I'm doing it at midnight. That may curb down some of your kids that you want, that, are going to be vacillating between coming or not. It's going to depend on whether their parents come out or somebody picks them up and all that good stuff, okay? But midnight is a good time to start, okay? 2, limit the amount of kids you're going to get, and I'll tell you why. Because if you say just everybody come in and everybody go, and it can get out of control really fast because there's tons of kids who just want to come out and participate and hang out and do whatever, and you're going to get too many. And I try to make sure that my ratio of adults to kids is going to be working. I think I'm at a 1 to 8 right now based on our staff. I'm only limiting our thing to 50 people. And 50 is a good number, man. 50 is a fantastic number, and I think we'll get 50. So we're going to keep it to that because it's manageable. Number 3 is charge the right amount. Now, for us in our area, in economic times, things like that, I'm keeping it very low key in the sense of, you could charge $20, $25, but man, it's going to be epic. It's got to be the best thing, out there going on. But for me, $10 is a simple price. Half of that will go towards probably pizza, things like that. But the other half is going to go into other things. I'm going to be as part of this list here, though. But charge the right amount of price so you get the effective amount of kids that are going to be able to come out there. Make it affordable. If you're going to charge high, put a lot into it and promote whatever you're going to have, and make sure you're going to be able to meet your budget. And that's an important part there. Let's see. Number 4, ask parents to participate. In other words, set up a snack table and ask every parent, say, parents, I know you're paying $10 to do this, but we ask you to bring some snacks, whether it's a cake, whether it's popcorn, chips, whatever you're going to bring. Have a snack table and commit parents to doing that. And the other part of that is this. For mine, I'll tell you, mine's is a Christmas party. So we have a built-in theme with this, which kind of goes to my next point, is have a theme maybe to your lock-in so it's easier to build upon. So if you say, well, we're going to have a lock-in and it's just going to, just going to pile everybody in. It's not going to go anywhere. Let me just say this. Have a purpose, have a theme, a mission, a purpose, or something that goes along with that where you could build in that. Ours is Christmas, so our games and our all kinds of stuff is going to flow along with that, and it's going to be easy to program that way. But also you could add in there, if you add purpose to it, right, what can you do? You're going to spend 13 hours, or you're going to spend, not 13 hours, excuse me, if you're going to spend 6 hours with kids, well, 1 hour of that time could be spent with doing things for missions, like putting together mission boxes, like the shoebox thing for Christmas, or you may want to do have an evangelism time where it's evangelism training, how to share Christ with your friends. You could build in a discipleship piece in there. You could do all those things. Those are all options you can build in there. But have a service project, something like that, where you're doing something for somebody else. Maybe it's putting together backpacks for the homeless. Whatever that may be, find and put a place and a purpose with your lock-in there, so that you have a component during that 6 hours. That's 1 hour spent on doing something that is going to be productive. Okay, number 6 is put your message up front. Easy enough. If you wait till the middle of the night or the end of the night to do your message, you got a lot of sleepy people who possibly don't care about anything, okay? And so I suggest put your message up front. Number 7, wow factors, right? What are some wow factors you can put in there? I asked my kids the other day in Sunday school, I said, look, what do you guys want to have? Would you guys rather have a musician at the lock-in or an inflatable? And most of them said they want an inflatable. So have an inflatable there. Maybe don't even tell the kids it's going to be there. The wow factor is something that's surprising, something that captures their attention. So have a company come out at 3 a.m. and drop off an inflatable and have contests and have, all kinds of things going on with that. You could also have an ice cream truck show up. You could also have a guest speaker, surprise guest speaker. You could also have a concert. We're considering that, having a concert at 3 o'clock in the morning, have a special guest come in and just ramp it up for an hour, for a concert. It'd be awesome. You can also combine that, obviously, with your evangelism if you want to do a strong evangelism message. Number 8. Keep your kids busy. In other words, you got a whole night here that you're going to plan here. So you can do things like, we're going to do things like ping pong tournaments. We're going to do video game tournaments. We're going to have projects that we're working on. We're going to have some team event type stuff with Christmas stuff going on. So there's plenty of things like that, but you got to keep your kids busy all night, because if you don't have a plan for them, they have a plan for you, and it is to run you ragged. So don't do it. Number 9, movies. Don't show your movies until about 4 to 5 a.m., depending, right, how long your movie is. And once again, the movies can go along with your theme, whether it's evangelism, whether it's discipleship, whether it's you're talking about something very specific. But there's lots of videos you can show. Now, ours is Christmas, so if we do Elf, or we do, our kids wanted to watch, Heat Miser and Cold Miser, and they wanted to watch, all these things, which is fine. But if your movie's an hour and a half, whatever movie you choose, you want to have it later so that when kids lay down, and by the way, that's guys over here, girls over here. If you don't know that already, right? Nod your head with me. Yes, Paul, that's correct. And then they can lay on their blankets and all that stuff. So now you're going to get a certain amount of them that are just going to conk out. And they're going to conk out, and they're going to be asleep till 6 and whatever, and you can wake them up at 6:30. So whatever happens there. And then the last thing, when they do wake up, we always try to have breakfast for them. So we have part of our staff or some ladies in the church, some of our seniors, things like that, will make breakfast. And we get them up nice and early, get them up at 6:30. They start packing up. That's a tip, by the way. Let's add that in there. Make sure you allow enough time to clean up so that you are not there all day long cleaning up after their mess, okay? So those are my top 10s right there. Have that breakfast for them, both. So maybe even take it to go, right? Bag it up. Say, hey, guys, 7 o'clock. See you later. Have a great day. And then you can crash the rest of the day, and you're good to go. So anyway, those are my top 10 tips. What are your tips? Do you have some things that you like to do with your lock-ins? Do you do lock-ins? Do you hate lock-ins? Are they the worst thing? Are they of the devil? Yes, probably. But so if you're going to do them, I hope that these top 10 tips will help you organize and plan your lock-in in a fruitful way, and it'll be beneficial to your youth ministry. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this, if you're a regular or not, hit that thumbs up button. That lets me know that you like videos like this and you want to see more of them. If you are brand spanking new, thank you for stopping by today and hanging out with me for a little while and learning some things. And if you want to be a part of this community, please hit the subscribe button right here. That will let you get videos like this in your inbox. It'll be sent right to your inbox, and you will have have them, and they'll just be there every week. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. If you have tips, be sure leave them down in the comments below. I'm also going to leave a few links down below in the description there about some lock-in ideas, stuff like that. And so thanks again for visiting with me on Mentor Me Monday. I will see you tomorrow for the Tuesday Panic. Y'all have a great day and a great youth meeting. Bye.